Okay, if you're a parent, you know this struggle. It's that daily battle over the tablet, the phone, the screen time fight. It feels like a constant tug of war, right? Well, what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backward? This is the big question at the heart of a brand new app called Treats. And honestly, it's a real game changer. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the thing causing all the friction could actually be a tool for growth. So how in the world does that work? Well, the core idea behind Treats is one of those things that's so simple, it's brilliant. It doesn't try to fight screen time, it actually uses it. The entire system is built around this one simple loop. A child jumps in, completes a quick, fun little exercise, and for every single one they get done, they earn playtime minutes. Those minutes are the keys to the kingdom. They unlock the apps they already know and love, like their favorite games or YouTube. Suddenly, learning isn't a chore you have to do before the fun, it's the actual gateway to the fun. And this little guy is their guide for the journey. It's a friendly AI mascot, and it's designed to be a super supportive and encouraging sidekick. The whole point is to make learning feel less like a stuffy old test and way more like a cool adventure. I know what you're thinking. An octopus playing a piano? That sounds weird. But it's based on a real experiment. And the science here is just fascinating. A simple, consistent reward system actually worked. The point is, if this kind of positive reinforcement can work on a creature as different from us as an octopus, just imagine how powerful it is when you apply it to a child's natural curiosity. It's like a superpower. So that's the simple, elegant idea on the surface. But let's lift the hood for a second, because underneath that reward loop, there's a really sophisticated AI teaching agent. This is where the magic really happens. The whole thing runs on what's called a closed adaptive loop. Here's how it works. First, it figures out where your child is at with a quick assessment. Then it serves up a tiny, tailored lesson just for them. It watches how they interact, not just if they get the answer right or wrong, but it looks for patterns. Based on that, it adjusts the difficulty on the fly. And then, only after all that, does it close the loop with the reward, all while tracking progress to build this amazing, living picture of how your child learns. Now this is a brilliant feature. We've all seen a kid get frustrated and just start mashing buttons, right? Well, if the AI senses that, just repetitive guessing, it brings up what they call the learning wall. And it's not a punishment at all. It's a gentle timeout, a pause with a little micro lesson to explain the concept again. It's designed specifically to turn that, I'm stuck moment into an, oh, I get it now moment. The goal isn't just getting answers right. It's about real understanding. You know, when you build something new, it's really smart to look at who came before you. And the creators of Treats did just that. They took a deep, hard look at the journey of Duolingo to figure out what to do, and maybe more importantly, what not to do. I mean, you can see the visual difference right here, but believe me, it goes so much deeper than just a new mascot. We're talking about the core philosophy of how you build a learning platform that can actually get big without, losing its soul in the process. This table really breaks it all down. For instance, when Duolingo's AI started replacing its passionate volunteer creators, there was a huge backlash. Treats learned from that. Their AI is built to be a tool that empowers human creators, not replace them. That preserves trust from day one. And where Duolingo's community kind of fizzled out, Treats is building its platform to actually structure and reward community interaction. These aren't just little features, they are fundamental choices aimed at building real loyalty for the long haul. And this chart shows you the why behind some of those choices. Look at how much Duolingo depends on subscriptions and advertising. When you've got those kinds of financial pressures, it can't help but influence how you build your product. Treats is aiming for a totally different model, one where a child's learning space is a safe zone, completely walled off from any of that commercial stuff. Okay, so beyond the app and the business plan, the creators did something pretty remarkable. They took a step to protect their core idea right from the very beginning, cementing it in a way that's designed to last, well, forever. And that's not just some fancy marketing slogan. They literally did it. They used a technology called open timestamps to create a permanent digital timestamp for their founding documents and anchored it directly onto the Bitcoin blockchain. These two block confirmations, they're like digital chisel marks in granite. They create an unchangeable, tamper-proof public birth certificate for the entire idea. Think about it. For any investor or partner, that is a powerful signal that this core concept is locked in and secure for good. But all the tech, all the business strategy, It's all built on something deeper. There's a really interesting philosophy at the heart of treats, a vision that's all about embracing the messy, human side of learning.
So there's this story about the ancient Greek sculptor Phidias. They say he used to leave these tiny, almost invisible imperfections in his statues because he knew they would catch the light differently throughout the day and make the statues feel more alive. Treats is applying that exact same idea to its AI. It's not designed to be some perfect, sterile machine. It's designed to have little quirks to learn and evolve right alongside the child, making the whole thing feel more real, more human, and ultimately more trustworthy.
Okay, so from that amazing philosophy, let's bring it right back down to earth. What does it actually cost to get an idea like this off the ground? Well, here it is. This is the total amount needed to build the very first version, the minimum viable product. And this breaks it down into a super lean, focused plan. You can see the biggest chunks go right where you'd want them: development to build the thing, and smart marketing to get it out there. It's a clear, practical roadmap to get the first version into the hands of real families. And this is the magic number: 30,000 users. That's the break-even point. That's when the project becomes fully sustainable on its own. It's proof that this thoughtful, ethically designed app has a totally clear and, more importantly, achievable path to success. Which kind of leaves us with this one big thought to chew on. The entire Treats project is built on this belief that true wisdom doesn't just come from automation, it comes from dialogue, from interaction. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the future of learning with AI isn't about building flawless, perfect teaching machines, but about sparking a better, more human conversation.